What's poppin', everybody? So I just want to apologize for being gone for so long. I know it's been about 2.5 to 3 weeks since my last upload. I just needed some time to take off and kind of figure out some things in my real life, but I'm back now, as you can obviously see, and I'm going to be talking about the 2019 XXL Freshman Class that just got revealed a couple hours ago. And for this video, I'm going to be going off script. I didn't really plan anything to say. I'm just going to be talking through like a first reaction perspective. And because of that, I might repeat myself sometimes, or I might not fully elaborate on some of my points. So I apologize if I do that. But yeah, let's just jump into the list. Overall, I'm not going to lie. This list is not bad. You know, compared to the last 2 years, this is a lot better. There are obviously some changes that could be made to make it better, like every single year, but overall, I thought they did a good job. But I'm gonna be going through each individual rapper and kind of, you know, discussing why I think they deserve to be on here or why they don't. So we're gonna start with Blueface, just because he's at the top left, and Blueface just doesn't deserve to be on here. Like, I can understand why they put him on here, just because he used to be so big. He had Tatiana, which was a huge hit, but he's already kind of falling off. People are, I don't know, for some reason finally realizing that the dude just cannot rap. You know, I don't even hear people talking about him or bumping him ironically anymore. I can understand the reason for putting him on here, just because he had such a big hit song, but like, he's already kind of falling off, and this is supposed to be for rising stars, not people that are declining, you know what I mean? Next up, we got Cometazine, which I'm not mad that he's on here. I think he does a really good job of selecting beats that match his voice and style, and he also has a really unique voice. Not the most lyrical guy, but when you have really good beats and a great voice, I can look past it. Then we got Sirrah, Wack, who I was honestly surprised to see on here, just because she's the type of rapper that I feel like XXL always snubs every single year. She's just the overall complete artistic package. She can rap, she can sing, super original, has really good and creative music videos. So I was surprised, but I am really happy to see her on here, because I think out of all these people, I think she definitely has the most potential. Then we got the baby, who he's kind of generic, just because, you know, he's just another regular gangster rapper, but he does have a really good voice. He has from what I've seen, he has a pretty interesting personality, and he kind of lets that show in his music. Has a really smooth voice, but it just, when it comes down to his lyrics, he's not really saying much, or at least not saying stuff that hasn't been said a million times before. But I think he deserves a spot on here, just because he's getting really big, and he's for the lane that he occupies in hip hop, the newer age gangster rap. I think he's definitely one of the best. Then we got Lil Mosey, who I don't have anything against him, but I just wish they would have picked someone more original and frankly better. You know, there's rappers like Token or Saba or Rich Brian with a lot more talent and originality that I think deserve a spot over him, but he's just one of those guys that's on here because he has a couple hits under his belt, but he's still pretty young though. I believe he's 17, so I'll give him props for that. I respect that he's only 17 years old and already an XXL freshman, you know, so he's doing his thing. I don't think he's graduated high school yet, so that's more than, he's already accomplished more in his life than a lot of people can say they did at 17, so I'll give him that. Then we got Rowdy, who is another rapper that's not really my cup of tea, because I think he's just another generic melodic rapper that's kind of biting off Speaker Knockers and A Boogie, but that's another discussion for another video. He's another rapper that I think could definitely be replaced by someone better, but I can understand why XXL put him on here, just because they're trying to sell magazines, so they want to give it to rappers that already have a couple hits under their belt and already have a big following. But, you know, like I said before, Token or Rich Brian or Saba could definitely replace this dude. Alright, so next up we got YB and Corday, who is a no-brainer. I feel like people would riot if he wasn't on here, so XXL probably felt like they had to, even if they didn't want to, but you know, I think he definitely deserves it. He's definitely one of the best up-and-coming lyrical rappers, and yeah, that's it. You know, not much to analyze there. He just needs to be here. Next up we got Rico Nasty, who's another no-brainer basically, and the thing I like about Rico Nasty is she's not really the type of female rapper that has to rely on her looks or body to sell records. She just relies on her talent. I've said this in a video before, but she just relies on her talent and creativity to sell records for her, and she's doing a good job of it. Her sound differentiates from a lot of other female rappers as well, because she's kind of yelling in her music. It's not really the level of like Scarlord or X, but she's definitely yelling, and I think she has a really smooth voice. And her sound and style is just different from a lot of people, and I think that'll take her really far. Next up we have Gunna, who's another, you know, basically a no-brainer just because of how big he is. He's already a mainstream rapper working with the likes of Drake and people like that. I'm not really a fan of his music, but like if I was running XXL, I would put him on here just because of who he is and what he's done so far. Next up we got YK Osiris, who I definitely think should be replaced because they already got Lil Mosey and Roddy Ricch, who are, in my opinion, better. And he's not really different from them. Like, they're all three of them are just generic melodic rappers that aren't really doing anything that different. So when you have three of those type of rappers on the same list, I think you should just switch it up and throw in someone more original and talented. With that being said, though, I have nothing against him. I just wish that XXL would kind of diversify the type of rappers that they put on this list, not just having, you know, 4 melodic rappers, 2 lyrical rappers, and then a couple female rappers every year, you know? And then last up, we got Meghana Stallion, who kind of got lucky for when she blew up, just because she blew up like a month or 2 ago, just barely making it for, you know, getting on this list. Because I feel like if it would have been any later than when she did, then it would have just been too late for her, you know what I mean? But I definitely think she deserves it. She's definitely one of the better rappers on this list. Like, if you've heard her freestyle, you know she has some really clever lyrics that she can pull out. And then she also has a really nice voice. I like how aggressive she can get from time to time. But overall, I think this is a really solid list. It's definitely the best one we've seen since 2016 with Denzel and Kodak and all of them. I feel like they did a good job of actually predicting the future stars because everyone on this list is either already a star or on their way to becoming one. Except for Blueface, like I said before, but I think everyone else is on the up and up. But when it's all said and done, I actually think the best one out of all these people will be Tierra Whack just because of what she brings to the table. She literally brings everything you would want for a rapper, you know, like I said before, singing, rapping, music videos, all that. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I've said everything I wanted to say, so if you enjoyed, hit that like button. Make sure to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram down in the description. And as always, this has been Isaiah the Player, and I'm gone.